go again on my own, walking down the only road I've ever known. Someone once told me that painting is a process of time, and that in order to see the beauty in it, you gotta let things evolve through the layers of beauty. You've got to be patient. You gotta let things simply be. Let them sit and wait for its right time. And everything happens in the right time. And today is this guy's time. It has been chosen. This one's going to be exhibited at a gallery in Scotland, Glasgow, at Ian McGregor Fine Art Gallery. If you happen to be there, please pay a visit. It means a lot to me. Where this guy will be exhibited for the first time, showcased to the world. There's actually quite a fascinating story with this one. This painting right there, I made it in, I think originally 2022, then towards the end of that. It's part of my series, the first of many, called Retrophoria. So it's basically looking at the nostalgia of the past, of the retro, and just really trying to capture Edward Hopper-esque type of paintings, the way he captures color, the solitude of the moment, and just the overall tranquility and peace of simplicity, the simple life that we used to live back in the days, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, all really towards that era. And it's capturing that simplicity of life, really, and being one with nature and also society as it was developing through the industrial age. And this one was depicting Wonder Bread. Everyone loves a sliced bread, right? So this was the origins of it, and it was created in 1928. And this just really tries to depict the sweetness of life and the simplicity of it, just in a composition that isn't too complex. For me anyway, I don't know how you feel about it, what you think about it. It achieves that sense of peace. But I will definitely be making more of this. This is just part of my Retrophoria collection. If you want a print of this, it's available on the link in my YouTube channel. Give me suggestions, times and eras or places, certain type of things that you want to see from the past that you want me to paint, and I'll do that for you. I have many different collections, and this is part of my Retrophoria one. So going back to the past, Edward Hopper style, great inspiration for me. One of my all-time favorite artists, and hopefully one day I get to be like him. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be preparing this to exhibit into the gallery and put the frame on it now. Let's see what the frame looks like first. It's just a nice small little frame. Surprisingly, it looks much better in real life than it did in the online. So there you go. That's the frame. And it's time to write the title before we send this off. Title being Wonder Bread. I don't have the best handwriting, so forgive me for that. Created in 24 of August 2024. Wonder Bread and the signature. So there you go. That's pretty much the back of it, signed, dated, and titled. Just putting it all together now. Now would you look at that? It's finally all finito. Framed, ready to go. Let's go. Turned out much better than what I actually expected. I don't know if you can see the color. The color fits perfectly with the frame. This is from Easy Frame UK, I believe. It's where I get most of my frames from most of the times. Because it's nice and cost effective too, especially for small paintings like this. You just need to put a wire here and a string to get it hanged up. But that's it. This is framed and ready to go to be exhibited in, this one's going to be exhibited in Scotland, Glasgow. It's a long process. This video is really about telling people, especially artists alike. It's just really to warn artists. I mean, I ain't trying to scare you or anything. I want you to pursue or follow your dreams. But I just wanted to tell you the reality of it, that, painting and art does take time. It takes a while for it to develop. And I mean, this piece right here, I made this at the beginning of 2022, and then if you follow my story, I had a 2-year hiatus from art, and I didn't start again until 2024. And surprisingly, I actually finished this within a month, because if you just put the time in, you'll be surprised in what you can actually achieve. I mean, in general, though, paintings typically sit for minimum like 3 to 6 months for it to be sold, especially if you're selling in the fine art business, in the industry of fine arts. Typically for a few years even. I mean, this painting right here, this one's still from 2021. And this one right here, I haven't even finished this. It's a big portrait that I intend to finish this year, hopefully. Look, that's just the nature of art. It's a process, and it was a beautiful thing that someone once told me, in that art is a process of time. And it's actually amazing, because it really is. Things have to take time, layer by layer, and that applies in your painting as much as it is in your art business. It takes a while. You have to be patient with yourself and with your art, and understand that it's going to take a while. It's a journey that you have to fulfill, and you have to undergo, and that you have to take yourself. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, just like life. So it can be quite difficult, because I remember at the beginning I was like, yo, I make these great artworks, these things are going to sell. I mean, I thought this was going to sell like hotcakes, but unfortunately it isn't. And if sometimes you do get lucky and you sell them quickly. I mean, I've had abstract works that just sold within the week I created them. Some just takes a while, and that's what you have to accept. You can't just think that just because your artwork is amazing, and it is, doesn't mean it's going to sell straight away. It requires time. It's like a seed that you have to plant and then wait for it to grow in order to reap its fruit. It takes a while. And you have to build yourself up as an artist too. You can't just paint and sell. Paint and sell, I thought that was it. You have a social media, and that's it. Market them. And there's so much work that goes into this that really it will take years for it to develop properly anyhow. So be patient with yourself. And this is my 5th year as an artist. And this is really just when things are starting to kick off. Gallery exhibitions, gallery representations, fairs, winning awards and prizes. And I still am nowhere near the recognition I want to have, or I deserve, with the work I have. So just be patient with that and know that your time will come. But you just have to let things grow. That's really the time frame that you're going to be looking at, a few months for things to work out. So I would say invest as much as you can in your business, because what my fault was is, stopping and going, albeit it was the struggle of financial stability. Like I said, you should never really rely, for the first 5 years, you should never rely on art itself, because it's not self-sufficient and it will just make you stumble along the way. So as much as you can, build yourself up until you're at a level where your art business funds itself and is able to stand on its own. My biggest tip and advice for especially the young artists out there is to build your artist portfolio, your CV. And that's achieved through going to art competitions, building up your notoriety and your name through exhibitions, gallery representations, those type of things. And if you can't get a gallery exhibition, whether that be in a group or solo, you can do art fairs. It's really just putting yourself out there as much as you can, and you just can't survive online. You're gonna have to really put the work in. And being an introvert myself, I was like, oh, that was tough. For the first few years, I was just selling on Etsy, eBay, behind the screens, really, on Instagram. But the sales were scarce, and it was seldom, really. And I would have long droughts, and I would have big sales, but then I would have long droughts that just so inconsistent that you just can't really sustain that level of sales. So you have to be more strategic with the way you grow as an artist, and put yourself out there as much as you can. And like I said, that's through art competitions. It's all about really getting your art and name known. It's not that your art ain't great, it is. It's just that no one's seen it and no one knows of it. Put yourself out there as much as you can. If you're a fellow introvert like me and you're just extremely shy and not really sociable, look, you have to understand that if you really love your art, you'll promote it as much as you can, even in public. So hopefully this video helps you and somewhat inspires you in your art journey, and hopefully you get to follow that passion, because man, there's nothing more satisfying in life than living your passion. It's actually amazing and it's beautiful. I mean, I still can't even believe I'm an artist now. Not that successful yet, but still a bona fide artist. 5 years into the game now. We've dedicated so much time and effort into growing our skills, and we're only getting better. And it's just beautiful to get to know that. To know within yourself that you sacrificed time and effort, and that you dedicated yourself into your passion and the thing you love the most. You deserve to know that. You deserve to see that. So hopefully you like this video, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's grow this channel together, and let's create some more. Thank you for watching another episode of Art Remedy, giving you a daily dose of beauty remedy. See you in the next one. Peace.